Well, first, it's nice to see the consistency in building on all of his outings. Really, it comes back to limiting the walks, the ball-to-strike ratio at 21st pitch strikes, 27 hitters faced, and then the ability to get the ground ball out. So, I mean, I think that was the biggest key for him today, trusting that process, knowing when and how to get the ground ball outs, and then not being not always going for the punch out from pitch one. Being able to work front to back, using the fastball, using the off speed, using the fastball, using the off speed, keeping these guys off of the fastball when he does make a mistake with it.
You've stuck by Moreland, you've stuck by Fielder. You addressed this a little bit yesterday, but you feel like you are starting to see some results. Was Prince's home run today something that you feel like you can build on?
I think we can build on both with Prince and Mitch. Again, I'll keep saying it. These guys are core players for us. They're big bats in our lineup, and obviously they need the feel good of today. I know that those are confidence builders for these guys. They know that the stroke is still there. They know that the power is there. It's building on each at bat. We see it in the work that these guys do. Look, we last year patient with a number of guys in certain situations, affording these guys an opportunity for us to be patient with them. There are stretches within a season where guys, they're not as sharp at the plate as they'd like to be, as we'd like for them to be. But look, I believe in both of those guys. I believe in the impact that they have in our lineup, and our players in that clubhouse believe in the impact in those players and what they're going to be capable of doing for us this year.
Jurickson has come up and performed well for you. Can you speak to the aggressive base running and the heads-up play that he had today?
Yeah, that's what I'd heard about. I had heard how big-time player this guy is when he gets to the big leagues, the energy level and what he does. He loves being in the moment. He loves playing the game of baseball. And for him to be back on a major league field doing what he's doing for us, and he's another guy that has come up, another player that has come up that our development system has done a great job with, keeping them engaged. Jason Wood and all the coaches down in Round Rock of preparing these guys for the opportunity when they do get here, what is going to be expected of them. But then also this group of players and this coaching staff allowing these guys to go out and play the game relaxed to how they play the game, using their skill set. What can you do to add value every day in a win for us?
Jeff, was Martin being able to escape trouble in 4 or 5 of the innings, some bigger than others? Is that a sign of progress for him to handle the stress of those moments? And
I think we've seen some of that. I think we're seeing it a little more on a consistent basis, and I think with the ability to throw the two-seam fastball down in the strike zone, and again talking about the front-to-back ratio of the fastball, sinker, the slider, the changeup, keeping the hitters off of the barrel, getting them on a ground ball. I mean, 12 ground ball outs today. So that is going to give him an opportunity to escape those innings, the double play balls, the ground balls, that keeping the ball out of the air, give our guys an opportunity to field the baseball for him, get the outs that we need to get, and move on.
What would you say about the progress of your bullpen?
Yeah, I mean that's what we were looking for coming out of spring training. Kind of stabilized right now. Obviously covering 7 innings in the last two games. That's a challenge. That's a challenge going into tomorrow's game. That's a challenge going into a 3-game set into Cleveland against that ball club that's been playing extremely well. So we've got to find a way to create some separation for ourselves, when possible, to give those guys an opportunity to have a day or two down so that they can stay fresh. But to the point of how they've been pitching, yeah, it is stabilized. It's nice to see that we've got a nice mix between Barnett, Bush, and then the Diekman Dyson at the end. So really nice for us.
On Matt Bush, obviously the results have been there, but is there any concern that pitching 5 times in a week, dip in velocity for him, is that any source of concern for you guys?
Well, look, I think when sitting on 97, 98, I don't know that is necessarily what we thought he was going to be. 95, 96, in that range, occasional 97, 98. Some of the adrenaline of the early games of being in the big leagues, I think that was part of that 97, 98. We know he has it in the tank. We're going to continue to monitor Matt every outing that he goes out there. I think we saw 3 days in a row a little bit of a challenge for him. So probably back away from that a little bit and utilize some other options in the bullpen when we do get to those situations.